Hey guys, welcome back to BJ Tech News, episode 109. So today's episode, guys, I want to show you 8 cool things that you didn't know that you could use with Windows 7 Task Manager. Now, so the Task Manager is often used for us IT guys for troubleshooting, mostly to close applications that are not working properly or to monitor system resources and usage. However, there is a lot more you can do with Windows 7's Task Manager, and that's what I'm going to show you today. And there are 8 things that you normally won't hardly know about the Task Manager. So how to get the Task Manager? There's a couple of ways. You could actually do a Control-Alt-Delete on the computer, and there's a Task Manager option that you click on it. I'm not going to do that now because it's going to kill my video. Another way is to go into the taskbar, right click, and start Task Manager. Or if you want to get all fancy and you love shortcuts, hold the Control, Shift, and Exits, and it will pop it up. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make it a little larger. And as you can see, I have my Camtasia recorder up and running, and the CPU is pretty high, and the memory is pretty high. Okay. So the first cool thing that you can actually do is send a message to another user. Now, this is mostly if you have a server or a server that's being used as a terminal server to remote into, and you have different users logging into a machine, or you have like a virtual machine infrastructure and you have a bunch of users right here. You can actually right click and send a message to that specific user. You can actually log off, disconnect, connect, whatever you want to do. You can actually remote control that user's computer if their remote desktop settings are configured. So that's one cool thing that you can actually do with the Task Manager. Now, another thing that you can do is arrange manage windows. So what do I mean? With the application tab, as you can see, I have recording up. So I'm actually going to open up, let's say I'm going to open up my notepad. I'm going to open up my Windows Explorer, and I'm going to open up my Firefox. So with the Task Manager, I can actually select 3 processes that I just opened up, and if you right click on all 3 of them, it gives you options. That's tile horizontally, or if you do it again, you could do vertically. How cool is that? Okay, so I'm going to kill all these guys, and so next one is see which application have used the most CPU. So the way to do that, believe it or not, by default you get certain columns inside the Task Manager, inside the processes, and this is normally what you see and this is what you get. But believe it or not, if you go to view, select columns, you get more options. One of the cool options that I've seen is the CPU time, which allows you to, it basically shows the CPU resources used by running specific programs. So if you press OK, there you go. So my Camtasia recorder has been taking about 2 minutes of CPU time and 15 going 10, so that's pretty cool. Okay, the next one is manage process priorities. Now what is this? So you can actually, if you right click on a process and you go to set priority, you can actually, by default everything is set by normal, but if you want a specific program to have more how can I say it? If you want a program to have more CPU time or have more of a push with RAM and CPU, you can set it here to high. Let's say you're working with After Effects. After Effects is normally on normal, but if you want more CPU time and more RAM time on After Effects, most likely when you start it, right click and set that priority to high. Right? If you have a short program, let's say like Notepad++, that program is not taking a lot of memory, so hey, let's right click on it and then set that into low. Get it? Got it? Cool. Now the next one is restrict applications to specific processors. Believe it or not. Now this machine right here is a quad core. It's actually a dual core, 4 processors. I only got 8 gigs of memory on this machine, but believe it or not, if you use a multi-core CPU or a CPU with hyper-threading, Windows gives each process the ability to use all your CPUs all in once. However, some programs, particular old games and old XP games or old XP programs or 98 programs may not work properly if they're run on all the CPUs at the same time. So believe it or not, you can actually right click on a application. So let's say I don't know, I'm just gonna pick something random. Let's go random cabinet, and you can actually set access denied. So that's not gonna do it. So let's go this, and let's go set this. Access denied. So I need to pick something that's not gonna give me access denied. So let's play Notepad++. Where's Notepad++? There you go. Let's see if it does it. There you go. So believe it or not, Notepad by default everything is checked, but if you don't want all the processors to be used when Notepad++ is being used, let's say you only want CPU 0 to only be used when you're using Notepad++, you do that. Okay. The next thing that you won't actually know about the task manager, and that's change the compatibility mode. So what is that? So believe it or not, you can actually right click on the processes and go to properties, and within the properties you can go to compatibility, and then you can change the settings. You can basically run this program into compatibility mode for whatever operating system it would normally work for. Cool, right? You can actually do that as right clicking on the program and go into that. But Windows Task Manager, you could do basically a lot of things with it. Now another one is view link processes and services. So now, have you ever wondered just why you get those svc host.exe programs? Let me see if I have a bunch of these, and unfortunately I don't have them. Let's see if I go to show all processes for all my users. I probably gotta have a couple of them in there. So if you click on the show process from all users button like I just did, awesome, you might see a bunch of SUVs. So I'm gonna sort it out, and there you go. All these guys right here. So you're probably wondering, if you're doing certain things on your computer and it's not working the way it's supposed to be working, most likely there's something that's stuck within this. So you can actually right click on one of these guys, and from here you go to services, and that particular svc host.exe is being attached to these services. So if you're trying to delete something, hey, go inside here and try to stop it and kill it, so you can actually delete a file or do whatever you need to do. Awesome. Now the last thing on the list is monitor your CPU usage. Now believe it or not, you probably didn't notice right here on the taskbar there is a monitor utility that the task manager provides you, but when you close it, when you close the task manager, that utility is gone. So right click on my taskbar and go here. If you actually do a option and hide when minimize, and when you minimize it, it will stay there, and you can basically, you know, do whatever you need to do on your computer, do some renderings, and you can actually see what's actually going on rather than downloading something online that you really don't trust and corrupting your computer in a worse way. Hey, Windows Task Manager is free. It's with all the machines. When you purchase it, hey, why not use it? That's about it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave comments below. Hey, give me thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and at the very top right there, please slap that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel to get the latest and greatest tips and reviews on hardware, software, and also gaming. Catch you guys later. Thank you.